The time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. The whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, and wiser people so full of doubts. The fundamental cause of the trouble is that in the modern world, the stupid are coxer while the intelligent are full of doubt. Science is what you know. Philosophy is what you don't know. To fear love is to fear life, and those who fear life are already 3 parts dead. There is much pleasure to be gained from useless knowledge. Life is nothing but a competition to be the criminal rather than the victim. I would never die for my beliefs because I might be wrong. Men are born ignorant, not stupid. They are made stupid by education. The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. To be without some of the things you want is an indispensable part of happiness. One of the symptoms of an approaching nervous breakdown is the belief that one's work is terribly important. Advocates of capitalism are very apt to appeal to the sacred principles of liberty, which are embodied in one maxim: the fortunate must not be restrained in the exercise of tyranny over the unfortunate. Three passions, simple but overwhelmingly strong, have governed my life: the longing for love, the search for knowledge, and unbearable pity for the suffering of mankind. To conquer fear is the beginning of wisdom. The world is full of magical things patiently waiting for our wits to grow sharper. Collective fear stimulates herd instinct and tends to produce ferocity toward those who are not regarded as members of the herd. Fear is the main source of superstition and one of the main sources of cruelty. To conquer fear is the beginning of wisdom. Most people would sooner die than think. In fact, they do so. Patriots always talk of dying for their country and never of killing for their country. A happy life must be to a great extent a quiet life, for it is only in an atmosphere of quiet that true joy dare live. Of all forms of caution, caution in love is perhaps the most fatal to true happiness. Mathematics may be defined as the subject in which we never know what we are talking about, nor whether what we are saying is true. Those who forget good and evil and seek only to know the facts are more likely to achieve good than those who view the world through the distorting medium of their own desires. The fact that an opinion has been widely held is no evidence whatever that it is not utterly absurd. The secret to happiness is to face the fact that the world is horrible. A life without adventure is likely to be unsatisfying. But a life in which adventure is allowed to take whatever form it will is sure to be short. The only thing that will redeem mankind is cooperation. Extreme hopes are born from extreme misery. Neither a man nor a crowd nor a nation can be trusted to act humanely or to think sanely under the influence of a great fear. It has been said that man is a rational animal. All my life I have been searching for evidence which could support this. Religion is something left over from the infancy of our intelligence. It will fade away as we adopt reason and science as our guidelines. One should respect public opinion insofar as is necessary to avoid starvation and keep out of prison. But anything that goes beyond this is voluntary submission to an unnecessary tyranny. The degree of one's emotions varies inversely with one's knowledge of the facts. Patriotism is the willingness to kill and be killed for trivial reasons. Those who have never known the deep intimacy and the intense companionship of mutual love have missed the best thing that life has to give. The fundamental concept in social science is power, in the same sense in which energy is the fundamental concept in physics. Love is something far more than desire for sexual intercourse. It is the principal means of escape from the loneliness which afflicts most men and women throughout the greater part of their lives. The megalomaniac differs from the narcissist by the fact that he wishes to be powerful rather than charming and seeks to be feared rather than loved. To this type belong many lunatics and most of the great men of history.